Hello everyone, this is American Contractor again. Today's Sunday, December 29th, 2019. Another great article here. Just keep on following this, what's going on in Iraq. Rioters shut down Iraqi oil field as unrest continues. Now they're already shutting down businesses like I've told you in past videos. They already shut down warehouses, stuff like that, and put a hamper on the, constrict the businesses of people doing business in Baghdad and the surrounding areas. Now we have rioters shutting down Iraqi oil fields. So let's just go into this. Protesters have shut down a southern oil field, cutting off electricity to the facility in the latest wave of riots, which have overshadowed peaceful protests and crippled the country. Rioters broke into the Nasiriyah oil field on Saturday and forced employees to cut off electricity from its control station, taking the field offline until further notice. Reuters quoted a security source and two oil sources as saying, the protesters chanted, "No homeland, no oil," as they forced the closure of the oil field, which produces 90,000 barrels a day of crude. The incident marks the first time rioters have shut an entire oil field, though they have blocked entrances to refineries and ports in the past. Last week, protesters blocked access to the main ports company in the southern Basra province after blocking the main roads to Basra oil fields and preventing employees from going to work. Mass protests, which began on October 1, have been pressing the government to bring in reforms that would root out corruption and alleviate the country's economic woes. The rallies, however, have frequently turned violent, in which hundreds of people have been killed, including members of the security forces. Earlier this month, a mob lynched a 16-year-old teenager in his home and cut his throat before hanging him by his ankles in Baghdad in a brutal attack typical of Daesh terrorists. 2 years after being eliminated by the Iraqi army with the help of popular counter-terror groups, Daesh has been rearing its in the Arab country, staging sporadic attacks in some towns and cities. Kidnappings and assassinations have become more frequent. Armed men this month fired on supporters of Muqtada al-Sadr, who had gathered to stage a protest in Baghdad, killing at least 25 people. The United States was quick to blame Hashd al-Shahabi, which is now integrated into the regular armed forces after playing a key role in rounding out Daesh. The events have sounded alarm bells in the country, which is struggling to emerge from years of Takfiri militancy and U.S. occupation, about the risk of Iraq to slip even deeper into violence and chaos. Several Iraqi politicians and officials have warned of an international and regional conspiracy, trying to bring the former dictatorship back to power, which could eventually divide the country. Some analysts believe the U.S. and its allies, in particular Saudi Arabia and Israel, are taking advantage of the rightful economic and social demands of the Iraqi protesters to create insecurity and mayhem. Western and Saudi media have been promoting what they call mini-state in Baghdad's Tahrir Square, the site of occasional clashes between police and protesters. Currently, Iraq is in a state of quandary in the face of political deadlock over who must take up the slack as the next prime minister. On Thursday, President Barham Salih refused to endorse the candidate nominated by the parliament's largest bloc for prime minister. Assad al-Adini was named as the new prime minister after Adel Abdel-Mahdi stepped down last month, following an appeal by prominent Iraq cleric Grand Ayatollah Ali Sistani. Alright, so lots going on in this article. First, they got the Iraqi protesters shutting down an oil field, the Nasiriyah oil field, shutting down the electricity. And they were producing 90,000 barrels a day. So that's a lot of money, times that by, $63 a barrel. Depending on which country it's going to, some countries got a discount. But that's still a lot of revenue that they are not getting for that day. Just doesn't look good. Like I told you in the past videos, once they start affecting the oil revenues, then things will start getting ugly in Iraq. They're going to get bad. So Hopefully this doesn't escalate, but you know it will, because once you start shutting down the primary source of revenue for the whole country of Iraq, when you feed your people, start businesses, bring in exports, pay people, pay other countries, other corporations to bring in the food, bring in machinery into your country because you can't make it there, you can't produce it there, then you're going to have some problems. So this is going to escalate, and we'll just see what happens. If you like the video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, comment below, subscribe to the channel. Please press the subscribe button and click on that notification bell so that you are alerted every time I make a video.